Hi. It's a toasted cheese sandwich. Breathing in crumbs is probably not a good idea. I mean, it's real, you know, to have food, to you know, when it's time to eat. You know, I guess that's what I'm saying. It's real, and that's what I'm doing. I wanted to I actually had like a positivity challenge, which was, my arm is really aching. I'll put it down here. Something, you know, at the time it was just one thing that had happened that was really positive, you know, and I was like actually challenged as to how I hold space for the dopeness of it, really. And I've been sort of like going back to it every now and then, and you know, since then a couple of other positive things have happened. And the goodness or the dopeness or, you know, the positivity or whatever lies in, how do I put this? For when I was close with my mum for about 2 weeks, and it lies in, you know, the length of time that we were together. You know, it was exhausting for both of us, because we don't usually spend that much time together. I was painting my wall. We were working on that, you know. So one sort of genre of dopeness is that, you know, it was hard work, and it's crazy really to hold that hard work is like a really positive thing. You know, that like it just seems odd to me that like having a really good experience, you know, because like I was happy literally for like 2 weeks, you know, straight. That experience being like hard work and exhausting, you know, that's real. It was, you know. So that's the first good thing about it, is that how do I put this? I suppose it's that I'm strong enough to be able to do that. You know, I'm strong enough. I can literally do that work, you know. I mean, I don't know if this is true, but I think what I was doing, or sort of ended up doing after trying it a few times, literally, I mean, I knew I'd had like this hugely positive experience, and I wanted to hold space for it in the right way in honor of how good it was, you know. So, you know, I went back to it a few times, and you know, I looked at it, and practicing holding space for it in the right way. I don't know if this is true, but it feels like it's helped me actually remember how it felt, you know, and remember the dopeness or the joy, you know, a Bible word there, the joy, you know, of the experience. You know, I don't know if it's true, but I feel like it's helped me remember, you know, sort of like recall it. When I recall it, I can actually recall, you know, the in a more sort of accurate way, you know what I mean? Um, so that was the first dope thing that happened that made me start looking at the way I go about positivity and trying to, you know, work on that, actually working on positivity itself, how to hold positive space for something good that's happened, you know. And then um, my illness, yeah, has like a dopeness to it because, you know, I got to be real and say that, you know, I went through a couple of experiences where I was struggling, and the dopeness lies in that I think I'm sort of about over it, really. I mean, I know I can't be over it in a moment, but I can feel that it's passing, you know. And for some reason, that feels like hugely positive. And I'd say it's probably coming from a place like, you know, the first time I had it, it was devastating. This time, which is the second time, you know, I've had it, it's been difficult, but it's sort of getting easier each time, you know. It feels like, to be real, yeah, what's actually going on in what I'm holding space for is that I'm celebrating really hard for like being challenged with feeling a certain kind of way. You know, I don't want to go into too much of the, you know, the details of the illness or what was happening, you know, hallucinations, really. Um, yeah, the details of the illness, you know, it's not really important. It's that I'm literally in the way that I'm feeling, I'm literally partying that like I think what it is I'm really loving on myself for the way that I've dealt with it, the way that I've, you know, got over it. I guess, you know, really, really loving myself for that. And that is down to, you know, only practicing like a few times, you know, how to hold, how to, learning how to experience the positivity of something really good, in the right way. I really feel that. And, that was pretty dope. And, tonight I was in the supermarket and it's something around like a sort of awareness of people literally loving on me. Um, has like a real sweetness to it. Um, that is, very positive, and like I say, practicing and learning how to be positive has, I feel, helped me remember, those vibes. Um, and, I think that's good because I can sort of dip into that. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just like the reality of what's going on is I'm just making a video, and as I'm describing all these things, I'm kind of remembering positive times and feeling. I literally feel very positive, recalling those things that happen. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching, loving you, and I'll see you later.